Sup dudes, 1 second, just play that, there we go. I think it's working. Oh boy, might not be. I just clicked. There we go. So today, we are going to be doing a little bit of a tutorial of how to customize your vehicles in Driving Empire. Today, just for the example, I'm going to be using a 2012 Lamborghini Tornado. It might have a different name in real life. I know it also says Lamborghini here, but yeah, this one is the one we're using for the example. It has a lot of features that you can customize, and it has a mechanical rear spoiler, which I can demonstrate. Let me show that real quick. It raises when you go fast and then lowers again when you slow down again. But we're customizing it because it not only lets you do the performance customizations, but it also lets you do the body kits. So we're going to be doing that today. It's only going to be a short episode as well. Tomorrow is still the big stream. So yeah, this is just for those who don't know how to customize yet. So when you spawn, typically your character will spawn right at the Pransep Motors car dealership, which you can also teleport to by going to the dealerships in the blue teleport button down the bottom left. And then scrolling down, or just scrolling up, and then clicking cars and motorcycles, and you can teleport to that. At the back of the dealership, you have the garage. You can drive in. I have the portable garage, which you can get in the game passes, which is, where is it? Here. Can't remember how much it is. If I click it, it does nothing, because I've already got it. So we'll go to the garage, and then you should get a menu that pops up. We'll go performance first, because there's a little bit to explain with that. So, engine upgrades. Typically, if your car costs 100k or less, you're going to be paying about $45,000 max for your drag engine.
I sold my sports car to buy old cars, dash.
Okay. So the drag engine costs about 45k for anything under 100k for the base model car.
Hi.
And then, oh boy, Gosa joined. Hey, boy Gosa. So then we've also, so then anything over $1 million, typically the engine will cost the maximum price, which is 300k. So we'll go and buy that. This is 100k for this particular car. It's different for all the different cars. I did a video on these. Typically you're going to want twin turbo. Twin turbo is the better one to get for every race, and if you want an explanation on that, I've got 2 videos. One of them where I explained correctly but recommended the wrong one, and then one of them where I correct that mistake. But yeah, so get twin turbo for basically everything, and that will always be 35k. All the other ones will also stay the same. Insane grip tires are a max price of 55k. They vary based on all prices of your car. They can be really, really low or really, really high. I always make sure I've got the insane grip because they're the best performance. This one already has all-wheel drive equipped, but normally all-wheel drive is 25k, no matter the vehicle you're using. There is front-wheel drive and rear-wheel drive, but yeah, that's the drivetrain done. Stop it! Stop it! He's messing with me. Stop it! Then we got the suspension. Now, tank is normally 55k max, but for really expensive cars, such as ones that cost multiple millions of dollars, the tank suspension can get up to $250,000. I normally go lowered, so your car doesn't tilt as much as you're racing, and it just keeps you low to the ground, nice and streamlined. Yes, I am. Oh, caps, whoops, my bad. So next we've got brakes. Race brakes can be maximum, I think it's 75k maximum for race brakes, but just means you slow down much faster. All depends on what you're going to be using the car for. If it's circuit, you're going to want the best brakes so you can slow down nicely before each corner as late as possible. Drivetrain we've done, tires we've done, brakes we've done, engine we've done, aspiration we've done, suspension we've done, boost. Now if you have the premium boost game pass, I recommend equipping it, but powerful boost is one you should buy because the performance increase is pretty cracked if you have a look while I'm switching these. So force to 100, replenish 1.8 seconds, depletion 4.2. Long boost is only 480 force, 0.65 seconds to replenish, which is better, but then depletion is 1.8 seconds. So yeah, powerful boost is so much better. Premium is, oh yeah, okay, so force is just higher for premium boost, while powerful boost has a longer duration. I might have to switch, maybe, depends. Anyway, next up, we're going to go with appearance. Keep in mind, not every car has doors that can open, just a lot of Lamborghinis do. Yeah, some cars even have the engine bay that can open up, so keep that in mind as well. So we'll go appearance. Now, this one doesn't have a secondary color, but it will come up as an option here. This one just has the most options without me having to spend tons of money in game. So we'll go with primary first. Now, when you're on mobile, I've tried it before. Using this can be very tricky because it's hard to get it accurately. But if you can, put in the values you want in these boxes here. I normally do them values of 25 to get to the around where I want the color to be, and then go into the smaller numbers to be more accurate later. So typically when you're in the red, it's 255 there. When you're in the blue, it's 255 on blue. When you're in the green, it's 255 green. In the middle of green and red, it becomes yellow. In the middle of green and blue, it becomes cyan. And in the middle of blue and red, it becomes hot pink. Reason for that is because if you're watching this on a computer screen right now or a TV screen, it looks, if you look really closely at the pixels, there's actually, you'll see red, green or blue colors in the little pixels. I've even got it on my own monitor here. If you look really close, you won't be able to see it on my screen, but I'm just saying, if you look really closely, if you're on a phone, you might need a microscope, but you'll be able to see red, green or blue, because as you zoom out, as you look away from it, the colors make that one color. So you'll only see the red pixel in it, like the red color light up when it's showing a red pixel. For the blue, you'll see just blue, but then for example, for pink, you'll see the red and blue lighting up for a pink area on the screen. But yeah, that's why they're doing RGB here, because it's basically how they would code it in game is with the RGB values. So they're just making it super duper easy, basically linking an interface straight to the code. So it also makes it really nice for me to customize the car. Now, this is in a very well lit area, so you can see a lot of glare, but reflection means that you can have, well, it just reflects the light in general. If you have a really good graphics card, you can get mods for Roblox in general. That will mean that you can see objects reflect off it, but I do not have a really good graphics card, so that's not me. I normally do no reflection, just because it makes the colors more solid, but your colors will generally be more dim. But when you have full chrome on, it'll basically be this, it'll match the color of what time of day it is. So if it's middle of the morning, this is smug gaming. If it's middle of the morning, it'll be nice and shiny, and if it's the middle of the night, it'll be black. So the color I'm looking for, I normally do purple, like this. But I think I'm going to go for a red. It's a very, very common color. Now at the moment it's really bright, so first things first, I'm going to make it an accurate red, so I'm going to do 0 for these values. If you're on mobile, that's fine. You can edit with those. Bruh. And then, because it's very bright, what you can do is lower the value for just red. If you have 0 in the others, that's fine. So now it's getting rid of the brightness. I like a cool red is about 150. So it still looks red, but it gets rid of a lot of the glare. It's also very easy red to work with. But for smaller parts like the chrome and the calipers, using a very bright red can be good, because those colors penetrate those parts really well. I'll show you. So if I go chrome and I go fully red, if we find a part of the car that's chrome, where's the... Okay, so it's the inside of the car there. So you can see it changes to that. So if I go 0 here, no reflection, then update, then have a look. See, it does a very bright So normally chrome will be on the outside for like the pin straps on the edges, for the headlights, and then for part of the tail, but this one does it on the inside of the car. So because it's on the inside, I'm also going to be doing it a cool red, so it'll be a bit darker, like that. That seems to look pretty nice. So just do it in increments of 25, and if it just doesn't look right, you can increase or decrease it by values of 5. That normally goes pretty well. So we've done our primary. Normally right after primary I'll go with a wrap. You don't need a wrap. Cars look great just with a plain color. But I would normally either go for lava, because it looks like that, but if you're using something like lava or camo, because it has a varying gradient of the color that you picked for your base color, make sure the color is really bright. Because for this, for example, lava, we gotta go 255, and you'll see what I mean. If I go to wraps, lava, and preview it, now it looks much better, but it darkens it by default. Just keep in mind, whenever you change your body color, it's likely that it will turn the reflection up by yourself. So if you're a non-reflection kind of person, just make sure that that's nice and low. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna go and have a look at these. So this is carbon fiber. I did this on my, what's it called? Toyota Supra, the 1900s model. In the game it's called a Supra. I like to do polys with a darker red, because it just looks nice, I guess. Don't really have an explanation besides that. Galaxy, I don't really like it because it's too bright of a purple. In my opinion, it needs to be darker, and the main color has no effect on the color of it either. So I'll just go through some of the wraps.
Camo car.
Yeah, I could actually do a camo car, but my favorite wraps are probably polys, diamond disco, and lava. I use them on a lot of my things, but things like circle, it's just too odd for me. And then when you use a wide body kit, you see a lot of creases in the wrap, and you'll see what I mean if you try it or preview it. But here's just a few examples. Circular weave, I've got probably one of these, and it's on my Vision IE that I got with the Game Pass. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Circuit's pretty common for darker colors like blues and purples and greys. Brushed metal, I've got that on my Chadmobile, and I can show you guys that at the end of the video. But it looks pretty good. It just darkens the color a bit and then adds some texture. Kind of like makes it look like it's been hand painted. Wood is a bit weird. I don't normally go for it, unless you're doing a brown and you've got like an old Ford. I mean, I don't really see why you'd need anything besides it. This code, to get this, you want to type this into, to get this skin, you want to type this into your codes thing in settings. So in settings, you can input the code and then click submit. What you want to type is this. So it's Canada, but with 4s replacing the A's. And you want to type this into your code. The code's unlimited, so you can use it whenever you want, as far as I'm sure. I don't think it will expire, but yeah, give that a go, and then the skin will look like this. Pretty alright, but again, the primary color has no effect on the color of the skin at the end of the day. So we'll have a look at the lava again. And there's a Driving Empire Roblox group, so if you join the Roblox group, you can just Google it. I'm pretty sure, just Google Driving Empire Roblox group and it should come up. It's just the logo spammed over and over. And then whenever you get your first placed win in the game, then you get this texture for free. So those are the 3 free ones. Rust I used to use a lot because it was a good replacement for camo. And I think for this video I'm going to go with... Ooh, I'm really thinking Diamond Disco. It's really... Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. It's really making me... Oh, yeah, I'm going to go with Diamond Disco. Yeah. So that's normally... Yeah. I normally don't get Galaxy because it's too expensive, and when I factor it into the price it's going to cost to customize the whole car, it's not worth it. You don't need wraps either, like I said before. A lot of people just use it for the flex factor. Next we got rims. You can use stock rims. Some cars like the 2020 Toyota Supra come with pretty nice looking rims already. I like to use these not because of the flex factor, but because they're duotone, meaning that you can customize the chrome color of the car and then the actual rim color itself. And because of the bent spokes on the inside, it makes it look like the wheels are actually spinning when you drive with it, if you know what I mean. Because when you use the straight one, which I think is this one, it's also duotone, it's got no, you can't really tell that much when it's spinning or which way it's spinning when it spins. You got a lot of different wheels to pick from, all up to you guys. They added some new ones recently, like the Dre S35s. They're pretty alright, not the best. You'd use them for a sports car, typically. Like the Dre S1s as well, do that. They're not new, the Dre S1s, but you can. The Evo 2s I think are new, or they just changed the logo for the Evo 2s. But yeah, the Vortex is a nice one. And this is a nice one for cars that you're going to pimp out that aren't necessarily expensive. I use these on my Toyota Supra, the 1900s model. But for this video, ooh, you see, if this was in duotone, so if I could customize that color, I would get these. I would definitely get these. I'm not sure. So much choice. There's just so many to pick from. Once you pass the $15,000 mark, they actually start to look really spicy. Should I just go with the one I normally pick? I think I will. They look pretty good. The back wheel on this Lambo, I think, is bigger than the front wheel too. We'll just have a quick look at the other options. This one's a bit too plain for this model. Yeah, we'll go with the NTR Formula Aeros. These are $32,000, and you need to seriously consider your choices before just picking it, because that's almost the same price as your twin turbo aspiration. Next, we're going to paint the rims because we are at that point. So because it's a red car and there's a lot of black decals, I'm going to go with a very dark color, but I don't want it to be black either. So I'm going to go with a darker grey, but not black. So I'm going to go with a value of 20. I'll go 20 and see how that looks, and then I'll see if I need to change it. We'll go no reflection. We'll update that. See, that looks very similar to the other dark greys you see over the car. I might go with change it with a 15 just to make it a little bit darker. And update. Make sure you remember to click update, otherwise it won't save that color. So that actually looks pretty good, in my opinion at least. So that's that done. So that's wheels done completely. Now we can do calipers, and like I said before, a really bright color to pierce through normally is nice because it's a small part. There we go. So even when the wheels are spinning, you can see those calipers come through. And on this car, the calipers both face in towards the car itself. So this one faces in that way, this one in this way. So that's that. That looks pretty spicy so far. We're doing a good job. Now I guess we'll go with some of the new decals. Smog, I need room, bruh. I need room. Go spoilers. So we'll have a look at some of the wings we can pick from. Now I want to make sure that when I use a spoiler, it won't change the mechanical interaction. So some cars, including this one, other cars like the Jet Black and other sports cars or expensive cars, will use a mechanical spoiler. So I'll just go in my mobile garage real quick and I'll see if it actually changes it. Sometimes adding a spoiler does change it. We'll just see if it raises when we go fast enough. Yeah, no, it disables it. Okay, so we'll go back into the garage and we'll have a look-see at the ones we can pick from and whether we want to keep it, because at the moment the spoiler only goes up and down. Okay, so the long mid-wing is the one we just looked at, and it keeps the texture on it, so keep that in mind. Some of them do, some of them don't. The carbon fiber ones don't, but they can look pretty big. The classic carbon wing. Also keep in mind that some of the wings, like this one, the back edge goes over the back of the car, so you might not want it. Yep, so this one, not so good. What about this one? I think it's a mini version of the one we... Ooh! I'm feeling this. I don't know about you guys, but it's got carbon and texture. I don't know about you guys, but that's looking pretty spicy. That looks pretty good. Let's compare it to this one. Yeah, now I'm unsure. because I think this one was wider. Yeah, this one's fat. This one's this fat because it'll fit the wide body kit when we put it on. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one. Long mid wing is the one that I bought in this video. You got other ones like a lip spoiler. It just adds a lip. It only suits certain cars, and you got the small carbon fiber wings, and then yeah, the list goes on. There's a lot of them to pick from, but not every car can get a spoiler. So make sure that you see when you buy the car that it says the car can be customized above the stats of the car, like acceleration, top speed, and handling. So we're done primary, we're done rims, now it's body kits. So splitters. So we'll preview that so you guys know what splitters are. Normally they're at the front of the car, and they're splitting the air to get you better downforce, but that's only in real life. In the game, they are just a decal, and they don't impact the performance. So I'm going to equip them for the sake of the video, I guess. And they do look pretty slick. Yeah, they would normally, yeah, this is true. Thanks for that information. Yeah, spoilers, see we got the aftermarket ones. So we preview this. Yeah, so you got the massive wing. This is for a lot of Lamborghinis. You can get the wings that are from the factory. So Physical Freedom Works, I think it's one of the in-game brands. So this is like designed for Lamborghinis because they fit really nicely. But I have a feeling I want to keep the one I have before. This one looks pretty good. But we'll buy this again for the sake of the video because it does suit really nicely. Okay, next we'll go with exhaust. So this is the F1 exhaust. When you accelerate and whatnot, I'll go in manual mode so I can rev it so you guys can see. It doesn't change what the flames look like when they come out. It just changes what the exhaust itself looks like. So we stop the preview. It looks the exact same as if you have the other ones on. So you can see that. We'll buy them because I saved up some money for this video. Side skirts, so that'll add a decal to the side here. The skirts again are supposed to add more downforce, but they don't really. There we go. That looks pretty good. Hey, I know this song. It's in the it's in one of my intros. So then we got the diffusers. So this should be at the back. So this diffuses the air that's come through. So we'll preview this and have a look. There we go. Just add some chunky bits of carbon fiber to the back end. It looks pretty good. I'm going to buy them. At this point, it looks like an SVJ just because of how much we've added. Except it won't say SVJ as a decal there. So wide body kits. This is normally where it gets expensive, especially with the 2020 Toyota Supra. That thing costs like 58 grand for the wide body kit, even though the car's like nowhere near that. Oh wait, no, that's probably the GTR, the modern GTR, has the really expensive body kit. But we'll preview this to have a look first. So basically just makes the wheels stick out more. So you'll see the wheels go out. In my personal opinion, wide body kits belong in the performance section because having a wider body generally means you have a lower chance of flipping your car over. Because if you think about it, you're using up more of the lane, and if you hit a bump, it requires more force, more leverage to get you to flip over. But if your wheels are closer together and you hit a bump, you don't have as much leverage and you'll just get flipped more easily. So I would get it for both performance and aesthetics. And that looks pretty slick. They do it really well with some of the Lambos, but other Lambos, it doesn't look very nice, and you'll see a lot of creases in your wrap if you picked a wrap. So we done wide body kits, now hoods. Hoods are a bit of an interesting spot because they just make the whole front bit black. I personally like hoods only if they don't cover the roof too, because I like to have the roof with the texture that I picked. I guess this will just be a flex factor. He's going to race with Poi, so because Poi Ghost wants someone to race with. Okay. So that's hoods done. We've done spoilers as well. We've had a look at them. So that is how to customize, well, a Lamborghini at least, but it shows you how to use, I just showed you guys how to use the paints and whatnot. We haven't done the interior yet, so I've got to get to that. So appearance. So we've done primary, rims, body kits, calipers, chrome, interior. So interior, you've got to keep in mind, a lot of the cars already have colors pre-installed, like for the black leather bits. So when you add a color, you'll only be changing a little bit of it, and typically you'll want the colors to be darker because it's not what people are always going to be looking at when they see your car. So because this is already red, I'm going to go with a lower red, like 175, and because it's already got a texture on it, it's going to be even darker by default. You can actually see the needle move. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I might do it a little bit darker. So I'll do with a 150 and see how that looks and see if I need to change it. That looks really nice. Yeah, I'm going to keep it at 150. Yeah, I like that. We'll go back to Chrome. Okay, I might do this to 150 again, because then it matches the body a bit more. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And Chrome on the inside, yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. So that's interior done. Spoilers, start. Wraps is done, and then license plate. So you've got to keep in mind, whenever you do a license plate, you only have 7 characters to pick from. It can be any character you want as long as it's in English, and in characters, like in the symbols, like the backward slash and forward slash. But yeah, input must be appropriate and will be filtered. So if it gets filtered, like if you do this, for example, it'll filter it, and then it won't charge you $1,000, but it'll tell you it got filtered so you can't use it. But what I normally like to do is, so that people can identify that it's my car, because it looks really nice normally, I like to do my tag like this, blink, because I can fit 5 letters for blink and then do like a dash or an equal sign. It'll always do the letters in capital, by the way, so keep that in mind. One that I did for my Lamborghini STO, Hurricane STO, was Uncle, because one of my friends that plays this game is called Uncredible, and he used to have an STO. I think he sold it to get his new car, but he got an Horatio R. So yeah, that is how you do a license plate. For this one, ooh, what should I do? What should I do for this license plate? I think I'll just. This one's a bit of an edgy one. I'll see if this one won't filter. Oh. Wait, let me. Does this work? LGTV. It's like a play on characters like LGBT, but instead it's like LGTV, like the brand LG, and it's a TV. You get it? Yeah, I could do that because that works, but the equal sign doesn't really look that good. So if I go like this, I mean that looks all right. I mean, ooh, that looks a bit better. Might go with the curly. I mean, on here it looks good, but on here it doesn't. I'm just going to go with blink, and I'll change it later, because you can always just go into the garage again and change it. But yeah, this is how you customize your car. I'll show you a car that I've got that's got secondary colors, so you can have a look at that. So yeah, this is looking pretty fire, and this is the normal Lamborghini Tornado. So next up that I'm going to show you a few others that are customized. This one, because the real life model has like a shiny metallic color, I wanted to replicate that as best as possible. So I did carbon fiber on a bright purple. The value of RGB for this was 125 red and 255 blue with no reflection, because it always does it as a preset, adding a little bit of reflection. And that normally does a nice purple. And then wraps is carbon fiber. So if I do no wrap, you can see what it looks like. So that's what the purple looks like, very, very bright. So when you equip carbon fiber, it lowers the color a lot. So this one has no secondary color, but body kits. So you could get splitters and side skirts, and you could only a few cars have the bumper delete. This is part of the no buts. Can't believe it actually let me do that, because it's got 2 T's in it. No buts. So if I do bumper delete, it gets rid of the number plate, but then shows you this. So let's see if I got a car that's got a secondary color. My Horatio should. It's gonna be loud. It's very loud. Yeah, this one does, but it's a very thin bit, so you can see the two different colors on the roof on this bit here. So we go, yeah, secondary. So I'm not going to change it, but I know it's black, so full 0 values, and it'll just change another part. It's like primary, but for different sections of the car. Oh yeah, the Nissan GTR, the modern one, has secondaries. See, here I use the polys because it slightly darkens the dark grey to make it very close to being black. And then because this is like a flexi sort of car, I added the DLRs, with the wide spokes. You can see I've done a pretty good job, in my opinion at least. The wide body kit is where it was expensive. Where are you? Wide body kit. Oh, it doesn't show how much it was. Poop. It was like 58 grand. Like, it was nuts, and this car's only like 84 stock. But if we go appearance, secondary, this one was this was white? Did I seriously do this as white? Oh no, I did this as red. It just changed it. Yeah, this was definitely red. So this one just did that. The secondary covers a very small part of the car. For the Dodge Challenger Devil, it also has a very similar thing for secondary color there. Let's have another look at some examples of some other cars I've got with secondary colors. We'll just do like one more. The Egg Thor. I think it's these pinstripes here is a second. Yeah, these are the pinstripes here that are the secondary color. The pinstripes on the roof, and they just disappear if you do that. Is it like a? Oh, I thought that was like a phone. That's weird. Through glass, it changes what it looks like. Anyway, we're getting off topic. So that is how you customize your car in Driving Empire. While I'm here, I may as well show you how to do date and time in a private server. Private servers are free, by the way, and you can just change the weather to clear and whatnot. You can change it to rain if you really want to, heavy rain as well. But yeah, that's how you do that. You can kick players just by clicking. I'm not going to click because Smug wants to grind with Poigosa. But yeah, that's how you do that. Time, it's like a time of day, so 24-hour time. So for like anything past 12, like 1 o'clock is 13, 2 o'clock's 14. So you just add the number in the PM to 12. So like if we want 6 PM, 6 plus 12 is 18. So you're going to go 18. And the update should be dark. Yep, there we go. So that's that. That's how you do that. So yeah, that's how you customize your car in Driving Empire. Just remember, the garage is always behind the dealership. There is another garage though, and as long as I remember where it is, it should be up here. Oh, yep, there it is, There's a second garage here. If the one behind the dealership is too busy, you can just use this one, because it's a lot more quiet. You don't get as many distractions. And it does the exact same thing. There should be one more garage somewhere else, like in the in another area. But yeah, they're adding a lot of new map stuff soon. Hopefully some more street lights for Circuit Race, because that's what they need. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this shorter stream. The reason why I did this as a stream and not a video is because I accidentally left my phone on the bus on my way home from university the other day. So I can only get that back on Tuesday, and they did find it. They did find it, which was amazing. I thought it would get stolen straight away because it's like $800. And that was on sale. Not trying to flex or anything, but like I have a pretty expensive phone. So yeah, I can only get that back on Tuesday, so I couldn't like edit this or anything. So I just got the background music. I got all the other elements in it, just with a live stream instead. So thanks again so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, because it'll be really helpful for my channel. And then there's a link in the description for my Discord server. Or if you're not already a part of it, be part of it, because it's really nice. Deez is in it. You'll see him in there. He's a pretty active member. Poigosa, I'm not so sure. Might have to ask him. But yeah, do check that out. It's a lot of fun. And you'll meet a lot of really nice people that play Roblox. And you can just message anyone asking them to play with you, and you can use the voice chats in there and whatnot. So yeah, there are other links like my Steam account links and whatnot. So just have a scroll through. That'll be a pretty good idea. Thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream chat or in the comment section of another video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.